All right, gang. All right, let's just cut that short. True, the guest has come in, just come live from his show, controlling up the place. Hey, everyone, we have Do-Rag Diaries in the building. Welcome, my guy. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on the channel for the first time. Good to make my debut. And yeah, man. We're doing good right now. Like you on the grind, right? Streaming. So you know what it's like. Just working hard, man.
Working hard, bro. I come over, I'm saying, oh, okay, man, still live. I come in the chat, I'm seeing 200 people. I said, man's controlling. So first and foremost, road to 3K as well. So let me just give you a clap. You get me? Do-Rag Diaries in the building. You get me? It's a pleasure to have you, bro. It's a pleasure to have you. This is Under the Lens. You get me? I'll get into a few questions and then we can just vibe out with the chat and get into whatever, you know, you want to kind of cover. It's your show on my platform. Big up everyone in the chat. Smash the like, subscribe if you are new. Click George's name in the title. That will get you to his channel. Any of my viewers, go over there and show my man all the love in the world. Mr. Arsenal fan Rattler. I love it. So what I normally like to do, my guys, just obviously start with your kind of first exposure to your club, you know, what got you into it, and then maybe like a first early good and bad memory, my guy.
Do you know what? I'm one of those people that like all I've ever known is Spurs, innit? Like I don't even know how I started supporting Tottenham. Like my earliest memories were me being a Tottenham fan. Like I just remember one of them was my dad supported Tottenham. I just knew I had to support Tottenham. Like he probably had me from baby wearing some Tottenham stuff. So I always knew Tottenham, that was my team. From 4 or 5 years old, I'm already out on the pitch talking about man's Jermaine Defoe. This is me. I'm out on gliding through. I'm Defoe. I'm gonna score. Like this is me. This is how I'm thinking of it already. So my earliest memories are like I don't remember the Invincible season. Luckily for me, I don't remember that. That's the year just before I started watching football. The year after that is when I started to remember football. Martin Yole, when Tottenham started to look like a decent team in the Premier League. We started to push our way back up into and started to get that recognition. You know, Michael Carrick and them, man, were all in our team. We got something decent building together. So those sort of my early memories as a Spurs fan. But my first big memory was definitely Carabao Cup, man. Carabao Cup beating Chelsea, smacking up the Gooners 5-1 in the semis. I remember that one. That was like, do you know what? Those are the days when I think Tottenham had a terrible record against Arsenal. Like we generally went years without beating Arsenal, and then it was like, yo, we finally done something big, and it was on the way to something big. And I'm like, I've only been watching football for a few years now, so to me, this is it. This is what I need. I'm going into school with that different pep on my chest now. What these Arsenal, yo, talk to me nice. All of this. This is when the original rattling and that comes. Like, what you see from me now is, I tell people all the time, like, this isn't just a YouTube thing. I've been doing this from school days in the playground. I'm used to being the only Tottenham fan. I'm used to that. I'm not gonna act like I'm no bare Spurs fans until I started to be in touch with Twitter and social media. I don't have many Spurs fans in my actual personal life, so I'm used to this battling 10 man about Tottenham, everyone getting onto my club. So yeah, man, like definitely that's the first big one, and then the first bad one, Lasagna Gate, man. That one stands out to everyone. Last day of the season, only young. I'm thinking Champions League. I don't even know what Champions League is, but Champions League just sounds mad. I'm like, get me over there. Get me over.
What was that, bro? Lasagna Gate. That was mad.
Bro, we know where it was, man. You man were doing what you man were doing. Crooked business behind closed doors. Trying to feed our chef some money. He's putting in some, I don't know, laxatives or something. He's squeezing them up all in the lasagna, and everyone's got a shit in the morning, bro.
Yeah, bro. Arsenal fans, welcome. Arsenal fans, welcome. No, and I love it. And do you know why I give you respect as well, bro? Because obviously I know you're younger than me, but it can't be too much. But you get me? Like I was saying to Geordie Dread when I had him on, you chose your battles, you know, like that. Yeah, and I'm doing the same, bro. I've got the thing for the faith. It's wild out here. You know what it's like. You get me? I'm in Northwest. It's mad. But growing up as a kid, you get me? Not many fans supported Spurs, so that's what I'm trying to say. You picked a hard road. When I was growing up, it was easy to pick Arsenal. Doubles, Invincibles, Henri, like it was easy. So I'll give you ratings for that. because a lot of man, when I was growing up from school, oh, my aunt used to live in Liverpool. I used to go Manchester every summer. I used to shut up, bro. You know, like
you know what, man? They're like, no London fan who supports Liverpool or Man United, they don't have a real story. Just
Right.
say that you watch the player, you watch them. What it is you watch them bad up the league for a couple of years, and you were like, I want that team. That team looks like the right team. Whereas real man support their like local club or a team that they've like their parents support or something like that. That's a natural way of supporting a club because you just grown up into it.
That's it, fam. And the same with me, like my dad, like I was born into this shit. When people say you're always moaning about your club, why don't you go and support them lot down the road? Well, hold on, them lot down the road is only just one something. Maybe there might be some justification in that now, innit? But we're gonna get into it. So you had some good, you had some bad memories. Like, let's talk about your club right now, bro, because the end of the season, I'm looking at things like I know you must have seen Stranger Things, but I'm like, we're in the upside down, cuz you know, like that everything's turned around. Like, what is this, bro? I can't. I'm sitting there. I'm doing the watch along for you man's final, and I'm trying to justify like how I'm gonna feel if each team win it and all them thing there. So talk to me about your team right now, because currently you done your thing, regardless of what people want to say about Ange. You got to show armpits, and you're in the champs. So I normally ask my guests like where your club is currently and what are the aims, obviously, going into next season. So
like you said, they're in it, like it's the upside down world, and it only became that after, like, right at the end of the season, because up until then it was Spurs are shit, Spurs are 17th, everyone's clowning me, and man never know, like everyone that watches never found all these type shows. They know from the start of the season, I was talking a lot. I was talking a lot, bro. I was talking about Europa League. I'm saying, we're doing this. Champions League football. Yeah. That's my thing. I'm always on the chattings, and I'm going to hold my corner at the end of the season if it don't come true. So I was ready at the end of the season for because let's have it right. I'm not going to lie. As much as I did believe at the start of the year, I was all saying we're going to win Europa League. I was very convinced at the start of the year. But when you get to like that mid-season, March, April, and you're amidst just seeing your team lose and lose, I was telling people, no, do you know what? We're probably not going to win it, man. I started to get that point, fuck it. We're not going to do it. It's mad. Like, we're not in a good position. And then to come out on top and actually do it, and like I said, even though it wasn't a pretty performance, all that matters is you won the trophy. You win it. When it comes to that, I was like, oh, I'm a different man now. So, hey, don't even let me start speaking to Arsenal fans. Now, like, let's go right. This is what I haven't seen my team win a trophy whilst being online. So this is even more different, because it's nice to win a trophy. It's nice to have a parade. But now I'm online. Man can rub it in bare man's faces. I've got all these fans that I know that I'm waiting calls, League Gunner, all these. I'm like, let me start making calls. I just need to start. I'm making use of it. So at the end of the season, it was nice. It was nice to finally have that justification. And also, like, that's right, man. 17 years without a trophy. I've been starving, man.
Starving. Belly in the back settings. But let's have it right. You get me? Because that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what's the ramifications of Spurs winning it? And this is what I wanted to talk to you about. I did speak to Jay, big up Hotspur Cave as well. Gang, you get me? He came onto the channel, big him up. Like, I want to know from Spurs fans, because obviously I don't follow yous. Like, I don't follow all of the rumors, the transfers, you know, the news articles that might be saying what you're looking to do now that you got champs. Because what I was saying about if United or Spurs win it, then who's gonna kind of kick on a little bit more? So surely it must be your time now. I know you probably might have issues with Levy and that. Like, where's the club at? Are you, man, gonna like push on this summer Champions League? Like, talk to me, bro.
No, it is. Yeah, I feel like a lot of, well, me personally, I'm very calm about the situation that we're in right now, simply because we won a trophy in the last month. People, like, let's just be calm about the transfer window. The transfer window is started, but it's not really started, because the transfer window really kicks off in July 1st when, you know, the new financial football year kicks in. Teams start making moves. There's no PSR problems no more. They ain't got to worry about all of that stuff. It's like, let's just start preparing for the season. So when we get to that point, that's when I start to be a bit more concerned. But right now, I think it is like Spurs are in a lot of change, innit? Thomas Frank has come in. We've got a new manager. We've sacked a lot of people in the board level. Like, we got rid of an executive board member, 2 or 3 of them, as well as changed up, because I think they realized that, look, we finished 17th. Although we won a trophy, it was a bad year for Tottenham. And also, a year finishing 17th, financially wise, it takes a massive hit, because the money you get from 17th compared to the money you get at 5th is a big difference. And yeah, we have Champions League football. Next year we might be fine, but still there's a big difference. So Spurs were getting that hit, and they realized, look, we can't afford to just keep accepting where we are, not finishing at the top level, because it's going to take a hit on us financially. We got this big stadium. We need to make sure we're on this right platform. So the aims for this summer, this season, it's just like go out there, make the right acquisitions. I think with Thomas Frank, we do need to make sure that we're signing players he wants, because I think some of the concern for Tottenham and has been in the past, like you mentioned, Daniel Levy is a control freak, man. He likes to take control of transfers. Like, what's a chairman doing in like negotiations? He shouldn't. That's what you have sporting directors for. That's what you hire people to do.
Right.
They should be handling negotiations, but he's forcing his way in. I've heard this summer he took a step back, and that's why we have all of this. You know, Johan Laingard, the guy from Arsenal, Vinkachem. These things, like, so it's like maybe we're moving in the right direction, but I'm still very like, I'm hesitant to start saying Spurs are doing the right things or Spurs are doing the wrong thing, because not that much has happened yet. It's only a month away from the season. We're a month removed. Let's see ourselves in another month time, and that can be like, okay, we've got pre-season coming up. We've got that North London derby against you, man. For me, I'm looking at it in my head. Yeah, it's a friendly game, but that's a game where I feel like we should have our big marquee signing for, and start to prepare. Use that, because that's only 3 weeks before. I'm thinking even 2 weeks. 2 weeks before that season, the game is. That's a good game to look at and be like, all right, Arsenal are way above us right now. They're second and 17th. That's the difference between us right now. Let's see how we can do in that game to see how much that gap really is. Now, Arsenal may not play at their best level, and that's fine. But as long as we have a good competitive game against them, then I can be like, all right, we're moving in the right direction, type of thing.
Right. No, I get it. And to be honest, like, as an Arsenal fan, Arsenal fan on my side of the fence, you get me? You know what it's like over here, bro, with the civil war thing. You get me? I don't even, like, obviously looking at your squad, it don't look like a 17th place squad. So I don't put as much stock on the same for United. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like it's going to be like a top 4 challenge, but I don't look at you lot as bottom half team. So I don't feel like the gap is too much. But like I said, now that you have got the champs football, you get me, you managed to dunk on all of us. Really and truly had a better season than us in a lot of regards, depending on how you look at things, innit? Some people really put stock in second. Me, I put stock in winning. You understand? So you lot have done that and achieved the same targets as us. So I'm looking at it like, boy, I'm expecting you lot to go big. Like you said, what is a chairman doing? But he's a hustler, bro. That's one thing I do know about Levy. And I know you lot have got the money. You lot have got all the infrastructure. I was at your stadium, bro. I went and, because I work for Philosophy Football. So when you lot play Bodo and you see that to dare to do, that was me and my crew. You understand? That's why I done a little blog. I was clowning in the blog. I was in the Tottenham press area.
Oh, wait, so you're part of putting that to dare to do together?
Yeah, bro.
The Arsenal guys haven't got you, man, a part of doing something over there, because we saw...
No. Hold on.
I did flag settings. I hope you weren't a part of that one. I'm just making sure you weren't a part of the Arsenal one, because...
No. I was. We done Real Madrid quarterfinals. But let me tell you a little something about my club, yeah? Because normally we do the quarterfinals and then they book you in like on a 50-50 thing, innit? If you get through, the job's on. If you don't get through, no semi-final job. Yeah, cool. There was no booking, cuz we done the quarterfinal. I done Real Madrid. Yeah. Why do you think we turned up against PSG and the Tifos like leaning and thing like? Bro? I think the club didn't even think we were gonna get past Madrid.
Get past from Real Madrid.
I'm being real, bro. I'm being real. But I was there. I was clowning. What the point I'm trying to make is, you lot have got a good stadium. For all of the jokes that I'm making, bro, you get me? It's built before us. It looks crisp. You get me? I'm seeing people doing some mad fucking going up near the bird, and it looks mad. It looks.
They've got better, bro. You know, Daniel Levy, like I said, money, man. He's building the most amount of like ways to make money. I got an email the other day saying, have a like a function in the NFL changing rooms. Hire it out. They're trying to tell people to have parties in the NFL changing. They're showing they got a bar in there.
It's wild. Like, bro, it looks lovely though.
It does. That's the thing. And he markets the stadium so well that he's got so many opportunities to make money outside of just having the football pitch. You've got the walk, you've got the skywalk, you've got the racing track underneath. You've got tours going on, you've got state of the museum, you've got all this other stuff going on. It's like, yo, he's a money man, isn't it? He's a money man. You can't hate on him for that.
Nah, I turned up and I thought like, have I come to Westfield? Cause like I said, what's going on here? But obviously I got paid to be there. You get me? Because I weren't gonna go and do that for free. But I had to admit, listen, the stadium is gone and in it. It looks nice inside. There's a whole heap of shit. There was bare people just from the public just sitting in there drinking, waiting to go and do the sky thing. I said, nah, these men are hustlers, you know, like that. So what I'm trying to say is all the infrastructure's there, man. Surely now, especially after the season you just had, you've done. I'm gonna ask you about the manager. I was gonna ask you about it later, but I might as well ask you about it now. Do you think, that it's a sidestep, or do you feel like it's a step in the right direction? What do you feel about the whole Ange situation, my guy?
Do you know what? I feel like Ange needs to be sacked in it. Like I was Ange in, and I was heavy Ange in as well. A lot of people know that I used to get cooked for being Ange in up until about, I think I went Ange out January, February, like mid-Jan, early Feb, when we started to go out of the cup competitions, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, seeing those games losing, seeing our performance against Leicester, seeing us lose to Everton, I was like, yo, this for me, I'm seeing him make tactical changes. I'm seeing him go 3 at the back. I'm seeing him go 4 at the back. Nothing's working. And now at that point is when I realized in my head, I was like, look, for Ange to be a good manager, he needs top players around him. Tottenham aren't always going to have top players. We need a coach. We need someone that can work with, the resources in front of him. I think Thomas Frank can do that better. Ange definitely can't. And I think in the Premier League, just tactical level, he's not good enough. We can see him go to another league and he'll probably do decent. But Thomas Frank, I don't see it as a step forward. I see it as like a diagonal step. So he's not a side step, but it's a little bit up, but not so far up. Like it's not ahead of Ange. He's more like, he's got some good attributes that Ange doesn't have. He's a better coach than Ange. I feel like tactically, he's a next level than Ange. Right. I feel like he can work with younger players and build players up better than Ange. But when you talk about what they've done, Ange is more proven than him. At the end of the day, Ange has won things. Ange won the Europa League. Ange has won in Scotland, and he won in all these other places. Which, we can disrespect it. We can. But at the same time, he's done
wins,
it.
Bro.
You've got to win, bro. Like you've got to go do it. You've got to win at the team that's in front of you. Not all managers. Frank started at Brøndby. All managers start somewhere. Ange started in bloody Australia, worked his way up, done his thing, come to the Premier League, and he's won. He's won literally everywhere he came. So much as I clown Ange, as much as we all clown Ange, he done his thing.
Bro, he done a Denzel moment, bro. Man left with Sutton, bro. What's man talking about? I can't believe that, bro. Like he went out like a killer, like that. He did. And the thing is,
it would have been better if, and I said this, he should have resigned after the Europa League win. If he done I always win in my second season, and I ain't even gonna have a third season. How about that? And just left, he would have been like, yo, this guy's cold. He's cold. But then where he got sacked, he made himself look like a bit more like a dickhead because he tried to run. I don't know if you saw the clip at the parade. I'm there. He's on the mic. He's feeling probably the drinks is getting, and he's like, season 3's always better than season 2. And
shit, Dad. No, bro, I was, bro, my head was in the sand, bro. After you, man, won it, I was doing up ostrich. I was doing up fucking whatever. My head was in the sand, bro. I wasn't watching no clips. I stayed in my yard. I'm in Northwest, bro, but it's close enough. I stayed in my yard, like that. I didn't watch nothing, but I was asking fans, what does he do in his third season? Because I'm intrigued now, like that. Because that was a mic drop moment, bro. I got to give it to him. Like, what does he do in his third year, bro?
In his third year, it would have just been because that's exactly what I was looking at. I was like, how can Ange improve on the second year? But he also, the way I've got to see it is he's got to improve on the first season because the first season you laid the foundations. Right. This year, we can accept we didn't do much. We won the trophy, but I'm expecting you to get back into top 4 because for one, you've now introduced me to Champions League football again, which I already know about that, but you brought me back into the club. I feel a bit too comfortable over here. So you can't take it away from me. On top of the fact that you finished 5th in your first season, why can't you go and finish 5th again or 4th? Like that's the expectation now, the minimum expectation. So it would have been one of those ones where it's a bit tough for Ange to make that jump. And I feel like he wouldn't have got the investment he wanted and the players he wanted. And that's where it would have started a friction. And I was just like, if we're going to end up sacking Ange mid-season, we've already lost 6 months. We need to get rid of him now so we can get the jump ahead and just be like, you know what, a bit more amicable at that point.
Because I look at Frank and I think he's good, but like I said, like he just hasn't got across the line, like in terms of winning stuff. Like so, I look at him not like a sidestep, but like a one with an asterisk, like that, because I think there's potential there. I feel like. You get me the way Mbeumo was talking about him. Like, talk to me about some of the targets, man, because obviously I'm not in your news. I heard that Eze was linked with you. Yesterday, I'm hearing that it's all mad. He might be.
You might be pulling off the hijack, bro, and I can't even lie. The stream I was just doing about. I'm seeing some Spurs fans melt down about me. I'm a little bit calm about it, but there is a bit of I've accepted the realization that right now Spurs and Arsenal aren't competing for targets. It's Arsenal. It's just that when Arsenal make the call to the target, it's 90% chance that players choosing Arsenal. So if Arsenal have started to speak to Eze, I've accepted we're not going to get Eze. And I'm cool with that because I think Eze is a good player, but there's also other players that you can get at a similar level to Eze because he's not way better than so many players. He's at a similar level to a lot of like that. Semenyo supposedly is our top target. I've heard when Frank come in, the two positions he wanted was a number 6 and a winger. And the wingers he said was, I want Semenyo, if not, I want Mbomo. Now, the Mbomo stuff, can't lie, Cass looks like he's got his man. Yeah. As much as I hate to see it, and I know you're going to hate to see it as well, because Cass is going to be unbearable next year. He's already started to talk about Gyökeres, bro. Mbomo, we've got the best attack in the league. Bro. He's already started all of this.
It's going to be unbearable, bro.
It's going to be unbearable, but Man United, I remember you saying before, like the competition with Man United. I've been really surprised with what Man United's been doing in the window. I can't lie. Man United have been making moves. Cunha and Mbomo, going out some big players. And I'm surprised players are still choosing them. That's the thing for me. Because I look at Man United, I'm like,
what's going on? You can't even offer the big table. Like, you're like, bro.
And haven't you seen all these other players leaving United? Everyone leaves Man United unhappy. They leave. Right. They leave and they're like, oh, no, unhappy about their time at United, but they're happy to be at a new place. You look at Anthony, new lease of life at Real Betis, different man. My brother's playing with a smile on his face, bagging bangers every other week. And it's different. So, Man United are doing good business. Spurs right now, like, I feel like we're waiting, like you know how the market is. Once one moves triggers, and I think you guys are holding up the market. I can't even lie. I genuinely think Arsenal are holding up the market. When I look at it, I'm like, a lot of big players and a lot of big moves. If Arsenal make the move and actually make a big, because I know Arsenal fans are just similar to so frustrated of how long you guys take to get deals done. It's always fucking inquiring, investigating, all these buzzwords. Yeah. You know. Arsenal are doing all this, same as Tottenham, and they just take like a month to get one player just to get a bid put in. It's about a month.
I know.
Talking to the player, I feel like you guys. Once you start, like, let's say you sign Gyökeres or sign Sesko, it's going to trigger a lot of teams to start picking up their striker, which other teams start worrying, like, oh, I need to buy my forward. And that's what will happen. I think that's where the market is at the moment. So Spurs are we're holding back, similar to Arsenal, we're a bit slow in the market, but I'd expect probably the next 3 weeks, I'd say maybe around this time, well, I wouldn't even say this time's next month's too far away. 18th of July, that's what I give Spurs. 18th of July, I need to see one of my big signings in. By then, if not, then I'm really starting to be concerned about the movement because that's a long time. 18th of July is about a week before we go on our preseason tour.
I was going to ask.
That's it. Everyone wants their players in before the preseason tour. The preseason tour is where you get that lot of time spent with the manager, the team. He gets to focus on his tactics, how he wants to build. Now, I do appreciate some players will be signed in August, and that's fine. But your marquee signings should always be done early as possible because you want that player to be in, you want that player to train with them, and also the marquee signing is usually the long-term deal. So you need him to feel most comfortable as possible in your club. And the only way you do that is by putting him in the team within like a month before the season so he can move his house, can settle in, because people don't actually get like, there's all these other things going on that players have to sort that, like, if they come as soon as the season starts, they're probably not getting the time that they want to sort that because it's straight into training every week, straight into training every day, doing all these games, and it's straight into the season. They probably have to leave it to other people. So, yeah, no doubt, man. We need to start those moves.
Cooking, man. As a reflection, like on my club, that's what I'm trying to say. Because my fans are like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Now, don't get me wrong, yeah. There's a possibility that, if you get me a Eze or you get a Gyökeres across the line, of course, I'm gonna be a little bit more happy because finally we're starting to move with like some big boy pants on a little bit. Do you get me? Like, but at this point in time, I was calling Berta Montgomery Berta because I thought he was gonna release the hounds, bro. But now he's moving like Smithers, bro. Now he's just Bert. You understand? He's on fraud watch, bro, because a lot of people are trying to gas up the Norgard thing to me. But my whole point is this, right? Yeah, mate, I would have felt better. Get me what we need first. We're like a crackhead in the 80s. We ain't got no teeth, bruv. Yeah, nothing up front, fam. Yeah. Why is the first people that you're bringing in mini fridges, bro? We got fridges galore, Hot Point, Bosch, you name it, bruv. Nothing but fridges. And then you go and get Norgard. He's only a year younger than Party. And you're telling me, oh, then we got some of our other fans, and we have to pay for their sins. You know what I'm talking about. All of these other guys, right? Oh, we've been looking at him for a year. Stop lying, bruv. Stop.
I know you saw because I saw that stuff about that mascara kid, and as soon as I see that, I saw a gal, the typical one. It's always a gal, isn't it? He come out, he's got this list of all the stats. He's like, this guy actually looks like a really good player. And it's like every single time he does this,
bro.
Like,
these guys were on nobody's hit list, bro. No one shopping list whatsoever, bro. No one. Who is this Mosquito guy? I don't even know the Don. I'm not gonna act like I watch him, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we're gonna go for a defender, why are we not going for Hato? So, bro, it's always the same. Like, users will look at it like, oh, whoever Arsenal kind of go in for, if we're in competition with you, it's not really gonna be a competition. I don't know, man. I really don't know. It just depends on the player, because that's what I thought about Man United. But all of our targets, we were looking at Cunha. We were looking at Mbeumo. Obviously, we were looking at Gyökeres. He still might go to United, by the way. What do you think of this whole Gyökeres-Sesko thing? Because I think people at my club are smoking budge, my guy. Do you understand? Because that's a market opportunity. You're going to go and get some unproven young dude. Like,
it's so silly. Like, because if I look at it like this, Arsenal fans wouldn't be mad if you said, I'm going to bring in Sesko for 40 million and he's coming to compete. If you said he's coming to compete and he's not going to be the main striker, I think Arsenal fans would be like, all right, this is a good signing. This so they've got a lot of upside. It's not too much investment. He's worth the money and it's cool. But then you're starting to hear that this kid wants a big wage. This kid wants a release. Bro, if I'm Tottenham, you guys are Arsenal. But I know that no player could come to my club right now, even at 17th, and talk about release clause. Has he lost his... Bro, who does this player think he is? Man thinks he's the second coming to Benzema. Man's talking about release clause. When I heard that, I would have instantly cut the call, cut negotiations. You've lost your damn fucking mind, bro. Because if you think that you can get a release clause at a club like Arsenal, who, let's have it right, even though I hate on you, man, there's only like right now, there's not 10 better clubs in world football. There's probably like 6, 5 teams that you put at similar level footballing wise. So you're looking at it, it's like, who do you think you're going to get a move to where you need a release clause? Because if Real Madrid want you, they would have come for you. They would have spoke to you. If Barcelona want you, they would have come to you. They would have spoke to you. And also, Barcelona can't afford you. How about that? So, know them ones. Like, know yourself.
Know yourself.
So, yeah, no, I think just like you there, I've been really confused as to why it's, Sesko, Gyökeres. Gyökeres is way better than Sesko. He's proven. He scores 50-odd goals a season. You know what you're getting from him. Sign the player. He's also costing less money. Like... Bro, I'm actually so confused as to why Arsenal are dabbling with this deal when Gyökeres should have been wrapped up months ago, like Zubimendi was. It should have been like Zubimendi shouldn't have been done. Gyökeres should have been done. Zubimendi should have been done now. That's
right. This is what I'm trying to say. My man's been here from March. I'm not asking him to turn water to wine, bro. I'm just asking for some competency, because I'm hearing that we're extending Sammy Lokonga. Why? We can't sell the guy. Make it make sense. We're gonna give Trossard more money, but no extra time. Why? So, like I'm saying, you're not Montgomery Burter, bro. You're moving like Smithers right now, and I don't understand it, bro. Me, every day I wake up, I'm waiting for the new anxiety. Go on X, just ruin my day. Maybe Sesko went on X and saw how all of our top gooners are breading my man, bro. That he calling him the new Ibrahimovic and all them thing there. Maybe he saw that and thought, yeah, I'm gonna come and hit a lick, because that's what my club is like. It is like a stepping stone. Maybe to other people it don't seem like that, but for where I am, like, I'm trying to compete. But my fans and my club and my board, they're just happy to be around. They're just happy to get along. Do you get it? So maybe some people will look at my club like a stepping stone. But let's get back to you quickly before. And big up to everyone in the comments. I appreciate you still having patience and being here. Smash the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to my guest, you little pagans. All of my viewers, click the link. Yeah, his name's in the title. Go and show man love. Road to 3K. You get me? You know he's doing big things right now, so go and show all the love in the world. We are going to get to your comments as well. So if you've got any questions for man, then put it in there. We're going to get to it shortly. Right. So we're going to do a little Harry Potter moment now. I do it with Mike's and everyone else. You got a magic one, my guy. 3 things that you would change at the club. It could be anything. Staff, culture, Something to do with the stadium?
First thing, Daniel Levy resigned, retired, whatever it is, get him out my club, as they would say. I look, he's been the guy that's dragged us down for so long. And although, yeah, Tottenham have been in a better position under his tutelage as a whole, you know, as a club, we've made more money and so on. I think we're ready to just have someone else take over that's proper ambitious and focus more on the football side of things. On top of that, I think look, this is a problem that we all got. Drop those damn ticket prices, blood. These man are moving mad. The season tickets and Tottenham and Arsenal have two of the most expensive tickets in not even just England, in Europe, bro. In Europe. And let's have it right. Yeah, we like we're in London and stuff, cool. But away from that, like I'm not seeing the best football in Europe, blood. I'm not.
Bro, you lot play better than we do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, did you not see troops falling asleep on these watch-alongs, cuz? I call it community service, bro. Like, we paint watches us dry. We are mad boring now, bro. So I don't see no justification. I think it's you, us, and Fulham.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's like all of these things. Like we have to start doing the fans right, and so definitely I'd go with that. And then away from there, can't lie. That marquee signing, man, I'd make that marquee signing instantly. Like, and if I had to throw a name out there,
yeah, because I'm gonna segue onto that. Give me your pieces, man. Give me your pieces. That's gonna make Tottenham. That's gonna make you feel happy going into next season, bro. Talk to me.
Xavi Simons. Yeah, that's the one. Bring me Xavi Simons. Like that's who I'm looking at. A player that's flary, that can come into the Premier League and just, you know, because right now I'm seeing the return of the tens. You know, we've got Cole Palmer at Chelsea, Wirtz at Liverpool. I would have said Odegaard, but he had a bad year.
No, not Odegaard.
Not even throwing OD in there no more. Nah. But then you've got Cherky at City. So I'm seeing it's the return of the tens right now. Bring me a 10 that's proper flary and who's got that thing about himself. Xavi Simons, fresh from La Masia, over in the PSG. Like, he's played with some top players. Also at Leipzig, he struggled in the last year. He did struggle a little bit. Yeah. But I feel like Leipzig struggled as a team. So you could see that. And do you know what's funny about it is, people talk about Sesko being goal scorer. He only scored 2 goals less than Sesko last season. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, this player scores goals, he gets assists. That's my target. And that's a player who I really think, I wouldn't think that he's going to jump Tottenham instantly to next level. But over the next year or two, I can really see him becoming a world-class player. So
I do.
At him.
If he came to you, then I'd be like, raw. Why are we not gone and got him? Because all this talk about Sesko, I'm like, bro, Simmons is right there. We need someone like that. Because as you said, Odegaard is falling off a cliff. If Eze, I'm going to be honest with you. If even though I want Eze, Tottenham will be a better move for him. You understand? Because I'm telling you, bro, I know what you're saying about, I'm talking about him as a player, because I don't think Frank is going to misprofile him. You get me? Arteta might have him playing fucking left wing back for all we know, cuz. You know, like that.
You know the baddest thing? Someone literally said that in my chat. The same thing. They said, Tottenham will be better because Arteta is going to play left wing back. That's the exact what I said. And I was like, do you know what? Yeah. When you see how Martinelli actually plays, my man's playing left wing back most of the time. So
bro, you know, like that man's doing more running backwards than he's going forward, head down. Man might as well just be drilling into the ground like a mole. That's what I'm trying to say, cousin. This is the worry that Arsenal fans have. Even if we do get a Gyökeres or a this or a that, where are they gonna play? Do you know what I'm saying? Because he has his teachers, pets, and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, man. So you reckon Xavi Simons? Yeah, I reckon that's an important piece for you, man. Yeah, so Tottenham could be grinding next season, and give me maybe like 2 more pieces that you think that's gonna.
Yeah, I think Semenyo seems like a realistic option. Now he's not my top option. That's the thing, like, because he's not the cleanest of finishers. Sometimes struggles a bit in the final. He's like a better version of Traore when I watch him. Like, you need bulldoze it through the midfield. Dribbling's good, but at the same time, it's a bit messy. Like he's bouncing off of Mandem's legs, and that he's a bit like. It's not so technically clean as I like, but when I'm talking about realistic options, I'd probably go. Oh, do you know what? A player that I really like, João Pedro. That's we talk about a player who could play behind the striker, play off the left, play off the right, be an option to play as the striker. Now he might not be the marquee signing that many people think, but I think he's prime. He's been at Brighton for a few years. He's ready for that next step in his career where he can actually play Champions League level football. I really like João Pedro. I can't lie. Again, so that'd be another player I'd add to my front line. Then away from him, I'd go into that midfield. Maybe you bring in an Angelo Stiller, maybe you bring in an Edison, a Paulinho, someone into that number 6 who can really just start to sweep up and clean up in there. Because we need someone to control that midfield.
What do you think of this whole Norgard thing? Because I swear you got, because bro, like I just woke up and it was done. Like, look how quick that was. We've been waiting for time. Oh, it takes long. It takes this. We've been doing our homework. We've been dusting. We've been so the guy should be here. Not that I want Sesko, not for that kind of money either. But anyway, we're talking about kind of the length of time it takes. All of a sudden, I wake up it's Norgard. But when I first heard about Norgard, it was Spurs talking to Norgard, and I was hearing like some crazy peas, like 40 odd million or some dumb thing. Like, talk to me, bro. What was there any links, or was that true? Like, what was going on?
You know what it is? I saw one of those aggregator accounts just put up like one of those. They're not actually journalists. They just spread news that journalists say, and then they just put up, oh, Norgard, Tottenham want Norgard. Brentford have said they want 45 million from him. I looked at that instantly and said,
no way.
45 million for a 31-year-old. You've lost your mind. They don't want that. They would never want. They would be stupid to start thinking. I was thinking more, maybe 20 or 20 million.
Okay, yeah.
You might think that that's a fair price, decent deal. And to be fair, I've said it. I actually think the Norgard deal is a good deal for Arsenal. I know a lot of fans aren't happy with it, but I think it's the timing they're not happy with more than anything. If he was signed in the middle of August and you're like, oh, we're just adding him to the rest of the play. We've signed 5 other players. We've signed Norgard. You'd be like, okay, this is a really smart for £9 million. You can't go wrong. Like, how can you call a signing bad for 9 million nowadays? We spent 10 million on that random kid from South America, Alejo Vélez, played about 4 games. Spurs. You spend 10 million on youngsters that don't even play for your team nowadays. So to get 10 million for a prem-proven midfielder, a captain of his club, by the way, where Brentford weren't over-exceeding their performances, but he was an important player to the system. And for what Arsenal need was, and I look at it, I know some people are saying he's the party replacement. I don't look at him as the party replacement. I say Zubamendi's the party replacement. He's the Jorginho replacement. He's coming in to just be an option as the number 6, but not be the go-to number 6. And I think it's a good deal. Like, he's not going to be here for 4 or 5 years. He's not going to be the long-term replacement. But for the next 2 seasons, for where you need some strong depth, you need someone who can help you guys compete at the next level. Because I say it quite a lot of time, like, you guys aren't too many pieces of the puzzle away from winning something. He's a type of player that just adds to that depth to make your squad better. Because let's have it right, bro. Only 2 seasons ago, you're looking back and you're like you said, there's Lokonga, there's bloody El Nene coming into your midfield and playing games. There's no more of that business no more. It's a Norgard coming in, like the jump, and that's what you have to look at. You don't have to look at that's what Arsenal fans go. We went from Partey and Jorginho to Zubamendi and Norgard. Don't look at it like that. Look at your depth, because he's going to be coming off the bench. So look at, we went from El Nene to Norgard. Like, you guys have stepped forward in that depth level. Now, the first team hasn't improved enough yet. But I think, I don't know, but I can only assume that Arsenal are getting, like, building the squad, so then the next 2 or 3 signings they make are just within that first team. And really, you probably just need to get a striker and then that left winger to compete with Martinelli. More timey, I think if you guys are really going to be ambitious, you buy a better left winger than Martinelli, so Martinelli gets pushed to the bench. But no, just knowing how Arsenal are, I can see you guys signing someone to compete.
Yeah. And I think that's what the issue was, bro, with Thomas Partey, because a lot of us look at it, especially with how he performed last season and with what the manager said, talking about his contract. If he can stay fit, then he gets the contract, and he had probably his best season for us. Do you know what I'm saying? So us as Arsenal fans, we're thinking, if you bring Zubamendi in and then have Partey there to kind of bed him in, because he's the unknown. I see him get bodied by Casemiro. We don't know if he's going to come and hit the ground running. So we're looking at it like, as you said, like competition, not cover. So as Arsenal fans, especially me, I'm looking at it like, I don't want cover for Saka like Ethan. I want competition. So if we did get Mbeumo, he might even play more than Saka, because after he come back from his injury, he ain't looking the same. So people on my side of the fence, instead of just cover and getting like floor raisers, we do want some more ceiling raisers, or we just at least want some competition. And that's what we thought Partey was. So, but at the same time, and this is something that Cav brought to my attention. Big up Geordie Dread. We was over on his channel, and he was like, if Partey just wanted too much money and they couldn't get an agreement, if both parties can't agree, then there's nothing you can do in it. So you just got to accept that fact.
And you know the thing is with that, I don't know if people actually saw, because Party did come out in some interview. I don't know if other people have saw. He was talking about, I think to be fair, it's typical African business. He probably wasn't allowed to do that, but he's just come out and he's basically saying the reason he left Atletico Madrid last time was because of Andrea Berta. Andrea Berta didn't want to pay his agent the 10% fee that he's supposed to. That they pay to all agents, by the way.
Yeah.
He's trying to like push his agent to only get 3%. So
Right.
eventually their man just end up saying, look, we're not doing the deal because I like, and do you know what? Shout out to Party because he's a real one, because there's a lot of people that would have gotten to their agent, take your money, or try to like, bro, the club need to pay my agent his fee, you know, like 10% fee, you pay every other agent. And let's have it right. I think it's probably, don't want to say it, but it might have been a color thing because he's one of the only black players in Atletico Madrid at that time in Spain.
Yeah,
May have been an underbelly color thing. I just don't want to pay my man his bread. So now he's back at Arsenal. He has a new contract. No surprises that the contract is still negotiations have stalled again. Let's have it right. There's clearly something there with Andrea Berta. So even when I see Arsenal fans going mad, go mad at your new sporting director that you twerked for, bro, because my man clearly is the reason why Party's leaving. That's how I see it,
bro. And that's a good way to put it as well. It's another angle. Obviously, the other stuff off the field, but I don't feel like he would have featured as much this season if there was really legs to that. So I really feel like, yeah, it is Bert. I can't even call him Bert. Oh, you don't even, you know, our dickhead fans. When we re-signed Gabriel and he's taking their picture, I'm going in the comments. These mans are like, look at his Hermes belt. Like we got some, bro. When I say mashed potato between the ears, bro, like we are in trouble, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like we're getting it from all sides. No wonder we're the fucking banker top. Yeah, man. But so I think you're right. Even with me, and even I have to try and take a step back because I'm just, you know what it is, yeah. And I was trying to explain it yesterday, right? I've been an Arsenal fan a very long time. So we're seeing the same old shit from my club, maybe even from you guys, you know, with the kind of taking your time and we're seeing the same shit. So you're asking me to be calm, be patient, have faith. Give me a reason to, because what I'm used to is you lot just getting in the squad players and then the window just ends and we're sitting there, you know what I mean, scratching our bollocks like, what's going on? Like, where's the gold dust you promised us? You understand what I'm saying? So so when I see my club just getting in the squad players again, of course the PTSD is real. I'm gonna think raw, like, you get me? These men ain't gonna go for these players. I'm seeing United getting our targets. You get me? I'm seeing Tottenham moving quick, getting rid of Ange, getting Thomas in. So I thought, yeah, Thomas is gonna challenge for Mbeumo now. You get me?
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to you guys quickly. Champions League next season. You man back at the big boy table. Like, what's your realistic expectations for the Champions League, bro?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. It's probably just a case of get through. We have to get through to that second round. You know, get past the league phase. We get through the league phase. I'm all good. I'm calm. I like that's it for me. I just don't embarrass ourselves. Go in there, get knocked out in the league phase. We get through the league phase. Then it's a pick of the draw, innit? You don't really know who you're gonna get. When you know who you're gonna get, that's when you can start talking whether you feel like you're gonna go far in it or not. Now, the level of our team at the moment would suggest to me that maybe the round of 16 or the quarters will probably be the extent of where we will go. I don't think we'll go any further. But again, with the luck of the draw, you never really know, innit? Like you could end up like Aston Villa and just pop up in our quarter semi-final or something like that, just because you play Club Brugge and teams like that. So it could be a thing like that. But obviously, look, I know we're not going to win it. So ultimately, we're just going to be in and amongst the rest.
Right. Do you know what? I feel like if you have a good summer, you know what I mean? Obviously, I feel like it's been a bit slow because everyone's like, oh, you know, the window. But we fly out for our preseason tour on July 19th. And you're saying you fly out a week later. We fly out even before. And when we're seeing like the two teams that we've kind of been in and around for a little bit, like moving mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Moving mad. Like, come on. I feel like we're getting left behind. So I feel like if you guys do get your targets and have a good summer, yeah, I think the knockout, maybe even a quarterfinal. I don't see that as unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, when I look at your squad, that ain't a 17th place team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not. So I feel like quarterfinals ain't out of this world, George.
Yeah, no, not most definitely not in it. Like you said there, I think our team. Do you know? I think one thing is what I look at our team with under Frank is that like the players we currently have, a lot of them have been held back by Ange. So you will see, like I said, the floor raises instantly just having Frank in there, a competent manager who knows how to focus and actually get the best out of these players. A player that knows how to use a striker and get a striker to score goals. Because let's have it right, Solanke is not as bad as what many people think. Like Solanke will get a lot more goals in a team where it's actually set up for a striker to score goals. Under last season, we weren't set up. You saw Brennan Johnson score most of our goals because that's how the team was set up.
Right.
So next year,
Double figures, in it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, exactly that. So I just think I look at it and I'm like, next year, even Maddison, I'm not a big fan of Maddison, but he'll improve. Like there'll be so many players that are just going to improve under Frank. So even if without too many signings, I see an improvement in Tottenham. And
same, bro. Same. That's why I say, knockouts, quarterfinal. I don't think that's unrealistic, especially if you pick up any momentum. You know what I mean? And I feel like Thomas Frank's going to handle that a lot more. I really do, man. I really do, man. Like I said, that there's an asterisk by his name because I think he's got all the potential in the world. You get me? That's why I don't look at it like a sideward step. So for me, I don't know, man. I'm waiting to see, man. If you guys get your act together, then I'm going to be a little bit more worried as an Arsenal fan. I mean, how do you feel as a Spurs fan about Arsenal, about your rivals, about the clubs in and around you? You worried?
Do you know what? The
it's a safe space, bro.
No, Arsenal, you man are doing your thing. I can't lie. One thing I've been giving Arsenal a lot of their props. Man have been trying to call me George Talks Football. Like that's what they're trying to be doing recently. They've been trying to say George Talks Football and all of these things. I'm like, bro, I've been giving Arsenal their props, like rightly so. We're in the transfer window. We're not in the season, so I can give you, man, a little props whilst we're not in the season. When we get into the season time, game head starts clicking.
Say less.
The biasness, cooking, all of that starts happening.
Less.
But right now, I'm looking around. I'm like, the rivals are doing good moves. Man City and Liverpool, they're so far ahead of us. I'm looking up. These men are in heaven, bro. I don't even know. Like they're just so. I can't look at them, man. You man are still some way up. You're floating, but like I can see you still.
You can see, man. You can see, man.
I can barely see you, but if you guys make some of the right moves, you could be in that same conversation in Liverpool and City. That's what I see. So I feel like you guys are a couple moves away from them. When I look at Chelsea now, they're a team I say, can't lie, Chelsea are not making good moves in this window. Chelsea, like they're looking at the wrong targets, still trying to get these young players. I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, these man we could get above them next year. We could really start. Newcastle again. Do you know? I think Newcastle have been slow in the window because they're waiting for that July 1st. So let's see. Newcastle have a lot of money at their disposal. They could just start picking up players for mad fees all of a sudden, and it's a whole different window. And then away from them, it's Aston Villa. Really, I'd say Villa are a good team in it, but they're operating at some mad close to their like wage to revenue and all that. They need to get rid of players. They need to sell players. So eventually they're going to get, I think we've heard Martinez could potentially go United if they get rid of Onana and things like this. So
Rodgers
could be on his way out. So if they sell a couple of their good players, they're not going to be nowhere near the level they're at. So again, like a lot of our rivals are in good positions right now. We do need to make a jump, but at the same time, I don't think many of the ones in and around us are like too far ahead. So we could easily catch up.
What's the aim for next season, man? I asked. We was asking. Big up Mido. Mido. I think it. What's it? What's the name? No, yeah. See,
I remember he's always
George is on the ball, man. That they get me. Big up for the assist there, bro. He was talking about United, bro. Expectations being top 4 next year. That's dark. I'm like, bro, come on, you know, come on, bro. But you get me. Like I said, safe space, man. Talk to me, man. What's your expectation?
Mind games, man. Said Man United top 4 is mind games, bro. Like this is them, man. They do this every year. This is what Casa and Saeed. Remember when they were on that show, Man Them Talk last season? Us man can get third. Forget fourth. Like, that's how they all start talking every year. They see a couple players, they think they're doing good. Me personally, I go back to my bare minimum expectation, top 6. Like that has been my bare minimum expectation as a Tottenham fan my whole life. Every time we've got outside of that, it's like that's not good enough. If we get inside that, we can evaluate. Yeah, top 4 is the hope, and I'd hope that we can get there. But with a new manager, with a lot of changes, top 6, just get me into the top 6, back into Europe. You know, if we finish 6th and we're not in Champions League, I can accept it. It's Frank's first season. I'm not going to be mad. But the year after that, I need to see improvement back into the Champions League. So I need the way I see it is with a new manager, 2-year plan, get back into the Champions League. I need to see sit for them for third. Like that's how I see it. So 6th is the bare minimum next year for me.
Right. No, I hear that, bro. And I feel that I honestly feel like it's realistic, bro. I just feel like someone just needed to steady the ship at Spurs, innit? But for now, until I start seeing, like, I need to see some gold dust sprinkled on my team. Otherwise, I'm looking at it and I'm feeling like we're buying top 4 players at this point in time, right now. Top 4 players rather than players to go and win the league. So I feel like, yes, Arsenal are probably more closer to Chelsea, to Newcastle, to the team kind of coming up, rather than we're closer to them, man. There, but obviously, if we manage to pull a rabbit out of the hat and get a Rodrigo or get a Gyökeres, then maybe we can talk a bit different. Maybe I'm just panicking, man. But it's always my first move because I'm used to what my team does. They talk the talk and then they don't walk the walk. Are you not good on PSR, my guy? Obviously, I haven't checked it out.
Yeah.
Have you got money to spend?
Yeah. I know there's been rumors going around Spurs are skint and all this, but this is just PR stuff trying to let buying clubs know Spurs aren't spending that much money on your player. Calm down. You know, one of them ones. Just let them. We ain't got money. Man United say they ain't got money, but about to spend 130 million on 2 players. Like this is just that's PR stuff. So yeah, PSR side of things, Tottenham are quite comfortable. We're in a very, very good position. I can't lie.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. That's good. And I hope, obviously, like, I'm not saying I hope, like, oh, I'm rooting for you, man, but I'm just saying, bro, like, because I've always said the infrastructure's there, man. Like, if they get champs again after you just won Europa and then don't kick on, sacrilege, like that. Sacrilege, bro. You know what I mean? I know you fans are like protesting and that, about the little civil war that we've got, over on our side. I mean, surely you got a kick on now, bro. Surely.
I would hope so, man. Like under a new manager and under this new tutelage, it's just like, bro, let's take a step forward. Let's forget about last season. It was a tough year, man. And look, just looking to put it all in the past, just completely forget about it and be like, look, we won Europa League, we finished 17th. Let's just get back to normal business and start just watching. Like, I watched my team losing like 25, nearly 30 games last year. It was a madness. Like nearly every other week we were losing. I'm watching my team lose. I'm losing my head. Like, and it's mad. The first year I start my channel, Spurs want to start doing this madness. Been on YouTube for years, but the year I start my channel, they want me to react to us losing every like, bro, it's long.
That's what I said, bro. Like, I've had my channel about a year, bro. You get me? Like, Arsenal started doing it right now. We're just driven off a cliff, bro. Because our fans are still trying to move the goalpost. No, we're still there, still progression. Nah, bro. Liverpool took their foot off the gas. You get me? It was already 10 points, but like, bro, we fell off a cliff. I don't even think we won more than 4 games in a row, bro. Not even 3 in the Premier League. So, as you said, like, it's a mad season for you, but it's just been a mad season altogether. Like Man United and Spurs. Imagine if the bottom teams, Leicester, Southampton, and who else was it? Ipswich.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were not as bad. Imagine if 40 was the actual points, bro. Like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. That's why I say we're in the upside down, bro. We're literally in the upside down, man. But boom, we're coming up to the hour point. Like I said, big up everyone inside the building. Make sure you subscribe into my guest, showing all the love in the world. Smash the likes. Sorry, obviously, I haven't ran out and got through all these comments. But when the guests are on, we want to ask them the questions. We want to hear from George. Big up everyone in the chat. Terrence Tibbs, the Assembled, BBK's in the house as well. Before I let you go, man, my bro, tell me, man, about you, about your channel, what people can kind of expect over there, things that might be coming up.
Yeah, man. So hey, as people may have seen, there's been a little bit of a rebrand on my channel. Just trying to, obviously, the first season getting into the YouTube, and actually, obviously, I've been around for a while. Someone tried. It was funny. Someone said, "Oh, George is an S rank hiding among E ranks. He's been around for 5 years, and now he's got a channel. He's acting like he's small." And I'm like, "No, I have been around for a while, innit? But like." Getting used, as you would know, getting used to the YouTube game is different when you have your own channel and you're actually out here putting in the work and doing it all. So still new to this game, but getting into this new season, man wants to talk. I'm a football fan. I've been on panels. I'm used to talking panel shows. That's all I've done for so long. So where I've done so much by myself now, I still want to talk about other teams. So I've been doing some other stuff on other teams. So keep a lookout for that. I don't just talk Tottenham. I talk everything at the moment. I'm just talking transfers. I'm talking doing shows, keeping consistency, trying to upload every day. And that's where I'm at right now. So if people come over to me, you'll just see if I'm not alive every day, there's an upload every day. There's just always something coming out because I'm trying to keep that consistency and make sure the viewers are always seeing me. So yeah, man, just in that grind mode at the moment. I always hear about how the summer transfer window, this is what you got to do. So I'm just keeping my head down and this is what I'm doing right now, bro. Just doing what I'm supposed to and just putting in that work.
That's it, man. And you are, bro. You are, man. The channel's growing nicely. I think I subscribed when you was like 1,400. So it's like you can't near enough doubled it. You get me? Road to 3K. I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat knows who you are. So yeah, man, you just keep doing your thing. And thank you ever so much for coming on my platform. As you said, It's a hard old game out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone gives the time. So I appreciate it, man. Like, honestly, I really do. And it's been a blast, man. The time's flown by. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can do it again sometime. I'm gonna set some panels up as well. Man, like Catch. I know you know Catch. I'm speaking to Big Doug from Winners Talking Podcast. So we're gonna set up some shit coming up. You get me? And I'd love for man to be involved. You get me?
Definitely, bro. I can't even lie. It's good to as I say, good to finally make my appearance on the show. But yeah, like you said there, bro. If man want to get me on panels, you already know that's my steez, man. You get me on the show, I just start throwing a bit. It's like Mayweather and he's in the ring, man. I just start
get me a couple of little. I know. And you and Wolfie, bro. You and Wolfie, bro. I call you, man, the Rattlers. You get me, your feathers, bro. You get me, like you and Wolfie, and you have good little back and forward as well. So no, I love it, man. I love it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and it's gonna be onwards and upwards, man. So thank you ever so much, man. This has been your Under the Lens. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you're liking the video. What I am going to do before we get out of here, see who we can send you guys on to. What have you got coming up, man? You doing anything today? You got anything tomorrow?
I'm done for the day, man. I've done a couple of streams already. I think this is my 3rd or 4th stream of the day, so I'm trying to chill. It's a Friday. The sun's, you know, it's fucking hot, bro. Like, I can't even lie. We're doing all this streaming indoors that I'm just sweating. I'm sitting at yard. I'm doing nothing, so I'm trying to get outside, enjoy the weekend a bit. So I'll probably have a few uploads over the weekend and then be back live on Monday. Sort of just have a couple days off. But you know what it is. If there's news dropping, then who knows? It might just have to pop up and be like, yo, hijack has happened again. So
I hear it, man. I hear it. Thank you ever so much, man. Let's give man the clap before we go.
No, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's what I say. There's no reason why nobody shouldn't have liked the show because you stayed in here for majority of the time. Like the damn thing.
Tell them again, my guy. Tell them again, and you can catch man on all over the place, man. You know who George is. I don't have to say no more. We are going to send you over to Troops right now, so I need all of my viewers to go over there and just give them the views and George's raid. Thank you ever so much, everyone. I'll probably be back, if not later than tomorrow. You know, usual intervention business. Peace and love, everyone. George, thank you ever so much again, my guy. Hope everyone has a great weekend, man. Over to Troops, people. Views and George's raid, yeah. Right now, Bush.